NASA's Kepler Space Telescope. If you've ever laid back on a clear night, looked up at the stars, and thought, I wonder if there's someone up there looking back, you've already tapped into the kind of curiosity that fueled NASA's Kepler Space Telescope mission. Launched in 2009, this incredible piece of tech didn't just look for planets, it hunted for Earth's long-lost twins. And spoiler alert, it found thousands of them. We're diving into the story of NASA's Kepler telescope, why it's such a big deal, and how it forever changed how we see our place in the universe. Buckle up, because by the end, you might just be convinced that interstellar exploration is the coolest thing humanity has ever done. Before the Kepler telescope, humanity's knowledge of exoplanets, those sneaky planets orbiting stars outside our solar system, was like the crumbs at the bottom of a cookie jar, there, but not exactly satisfying. Scientists had spotted a few exoplanets using indirect methods, but it wasn't enough to answer the big question, is Earth special, or are there other habitable worlds out there? Enter NASA's Kepler telescope, named after the Og planet hunter, Johannes Kepler. Kepler wasn't just about finding planets, it wanted to find Earth-like planets. In nerd terms, Kepler was designed to locate rocky planets within the Goldilocks zone, not too hot, not too cold, just right for liquid water and, potentially, life. Launched on March 7, 2009, the telescope started its mission with a big challenge, staring at 150,000 stars in a patch of the Milky Way without blinking. Imagine trying to spot a fly crossing a car's headlight from miles away. That's the level of precision we're talking about. And yet, Kepler was ready to take on the universe with a literal laser focus. Okay, technically it used photometry, but laser focus sounds cooler. Let's break this down the way Kepler would want without making anyone's brain short-circuit. Kepler used something called the transit method to find planets. It sounds fancy, but it's pretty straightforward when you think about it. Here's the deal. Every time a planet passes in front of its star, from Kepler's point of view, the star's light dims ever so slightly. Kepler measured these tiny dips in brightness. If the dimming happened at regular intervals, congratulations, Kepler had likely found a planet. But wait, there's more. By studying the amount of light blocked and the timing of these transits, scientists could figure out how big the planet was, how far it orbited from its star, whether it might support life. Kepler's sensitivity was so next level that it could detect a 0.01% drop in brightness, like spotting a flea walking across a car's headlight from 100 miles away. If this doesn't make you appreciate NASA's nerds, nothing will. And while we're talking about NASA's Kepler telescope, let's not forget its stamina. This bad boy stared at its target area for solid years, gathering enough data to keep astronomers busy for decades. NASA's Kepler telescope didn't just find planets, it redefined our understanding of the galaxy. During its mission, Kepler discovered over 2,600 confirmed exoplanets and identified thousands of candidates. Let's put this into perspective. Before Kepler, scientists knew about a handful of exoplanets. Today, thanks largely to Kepler, we know that there are more planets than stars in our galaxy. Let that sink in for a second. Here are a few of the coolest highlights from Kepler's treasure chest of discoveries. Kepler 2b. This was the first planet Kepler found in the habitable zone of its star. It's about 2.4 times the size of Earth, and while we don't know if it's habitable, it's a strong contender. Kepler 4b, Earth's older cousin. This planet is eerily similar to Earth but about 60% larger and much older. If Earth had an older sibling, this would be it. TRAEPPIST-1 system. Kepler also contributed to the study of this fascinating system with 7 Earth-sized planets, 3 of which are in the habitable zone. Imagine an interstellar airborne here. Kepler didn't just find new worlds, it showed us that the Milky Way is absolutely bursting with potential homes for life. After nearly a decade of revolutionary discoveries, NASA's Kepler telescope officially retired in 2018 when it ran out of fuel. But its legacy didn't just burn out like an old space toaster. Kepler's work paved the way for missions like TESS, Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, and the James Webb Space Telescope, both of which are continuing the search for habitable worlds and delving deeper into the mysteries of the universe. Even now, astronomers are still combing through Kepler's mountains of data. Think of it like a cosmic treasure hunt with new gems being uncovered years after the mission ended. But perhaps Kepler's biggest legacy is how it changed our cosmic perspective. Thanks to this telescope, we now know that Earth-like planets could be as common as Starbucks on Earth. And while we haven't found definitive proof of alien life yet, Kepler showed us where to look, and that's a giant leap forward. NASA's Kepler telescope wasn't just a mission, it was a giant flashlight pointing at the galaxy, saying, "Hey, there's more out here than you could ever imagine." From discovering thousands of planets to inspiring the next generation of astronomers, Kepler left a legacy that will endure for decades. When NASA's Kepler mission officially ended in October 2018, the Kepler Space Telescope was retired, and specific steps were taken to ensure its proper disposal in space. NASA issued commands to power down the spacecraft and deactivate its systems. This process ensured the telescope would not interfere with other spacecraft or generate false data signals in the future. Kepler was placed into a stable, parking orbit around the Sun, away from Earth and other operational spacecraft. This heliocentric orbit ensures that it will not collide with Earth or other celestial bodies for a very long time. The orbit is similar to Earth's, but slightly farther from the Sun, reducing the risk of future interference. By carefully decommissioning the telescope and placing it in a safe orbit, NASA adhered to international guidelines for minimizing space debris. This practice is essential for maintaining a sustainable space environment. In its current orbit, Kepler is essentially a relic of humanity's quest for knowledge, silently orbiting the Sun. Over millions of years, it may eventually be perturbed by gravitational forces, but for now, it remains a lasting monument to one of the most successful space missions in history. Kepler may no longer be sending back data, but its resting place in the vastness of space is a fitting tribute to a telescope that spent its life unveiling the mysteries of the cosmos. It serves as a reminder of humanity's ingenuity and curiosity. If this exploration into deep space left you hungry for more, make sure to hit like and subscribe to the Modern Cosmos YouTube channel. Together, we'll keep uncovering the secrets of interstellar space, one discovery at a time. Love this journey through the cosmos? Share it with a fellow space enthusiast. Let's spread the word about NASA's Kepler telescope and keep the excitement for the universe alive. After all, who knows? The next big discovery could be right around the corner or light years away.